Hi everyone, wishing you a very good morning. I hope all of you are there, safe, healthy, and happy as always. Good morning, Deepak. Good morning, everyone. Well, it's 10 o'clock and it's time for our class. Let us wait for a minute for everyone else to join. I hope I'm audible and visible to everyone. I hope no one has a problem with the audio quality and the video quality. Great. Well, again, we'll start the class with the same instructions. Good morning, Santosh. The instructions are same. Keep your video cameras off. And if you have to send any message, send it on the ID of Astik or good morning, Teja, or send it to everyone. So if you do any of these, I would be able to see your chats and I would be able to respond. Do not send me personal messages. Just Viney, I think the other ID is not made the co-host. That is the reason that you are not seeing it anymore. I've asked the office people to give me the co-host. So if I get the co-hosting, I can get your chats on that ID. If not, you can always you can always send it. You can always send it. Am I audible now? Okay. Something wrong with the setting probably. I hope it is all clear and fine now. Let us start today. Uh, as I muted everyone, so that there is no sound coming from back. Okay, so in the last class we had discussed some problems based on projectile. We had discussed some problems. I asked you to solve the rest of the problems. Did you try these problems or not? I've also sent you a DPP. So I think it must be there in your app. Check it out. There are some questions over there that you can solve. What are we going to do today is start the next topic here. Good morning, Triveni. And the next topic here in this chapter is known as equation of trajectory. Good morning, Siri. I hope everything is fine at your end. Equation of trajectory. Now, what do you mean by equation of trajectory? I hope I've already told you what do you mean by trajectory. What is trajectory? Anyone can enlighten me? What is trajectory? I can see some message. Okay, send your message on everyone ID. If you can't find my ID, Astic ID, then please send it on everyone. Because probably I'm not the co-host. That is why I'm not able to. That is why that ID is not visible. Yes, part of the projectile. Beta may not be the part of the projectile. It's part of anything. If anything is following a path, you can call it trajectory. Trajectory is another word for path. Now let us have a look. This is my x-axis. This is my y-axis. We are well aware of it. I have thrown, what have I thrown? I have thrown a particle with a velocity u at an angle theta. We all know that. What happens to this particle? It goes up and it comes down. It reaches some maximum height. It has some time of flight. It has some range. It has some maximum range and all those things we have probably discussed in the last class. Done some questions as well. What are we going to do today? Well, as I told you, this particle follows a path. Now this path can be called as the trajectory of the particle. Now this path is called as, or can be called as, the trajectory of the particle. Now, before going on to the trajectory of this one, let us try to understand trajectory, some simple trajectories, some simple paths that we can easily relate to. Number one, let me talk about number one. This definitely is ground. What I do here is I throw a ball vertically upwards from point A, vertically upwards. It will go up till some point B, where its velocity will become 0, and then it will come down. If I ask you now, what is the trajectory of this particle? What is the trajectory? As I told you, all the questions that you will see in exam will be in a roundabout matter. They will not ask you straight away what is path. They might ask you what is trajectory. You must understand that path and trajectory means the same thing. So, simple question. A particle thrown vertically upwards, go up, go down. What will be the path or trajectory of this particle? How will this particle move? In what path this particle will move? Pranay says A to B, I know A to B. What will you call it? It will move how? What will be the path or trajectory of this particle? Anyone? Yes, Santosh. The trajectory or path of the particle would be straight line. Straight line, as simple as that. It just moves in a straight line. That is what we discussed in the previous chapter, motion in a straight line. Everything in that chapter was moving in a straight line. Their path or their trajectory was straight line. Yes or no? We understand this, correct? Now, since we understand this, that the trajectory was a straight line, we also know that every straight line has an equation. Every straight line has an equation. We also dealt with the equation of a straight line in the topic of basic maths, where we talked about slopes, positive slopes, negative slopes, increasing slope, decreasing slope. Can you tell me a simple equation of a straight line? Can you tell me a simple equation of a straight line? Yes, Karthik, that is y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c. It is very simply the equation of a straight line. C is a constant. M stands for the slope of this line. Slope of a straight line is always constant, is always same. We all know it. Now, one more thing that we should revise or understand here. What does this equation, which is equation of a straight line, tell us? what it tells us. What does equation of a straight line tell us? What it tells us. See, there are some basic questions in life may be very difficult to answer. We all know equation of a straight line, but what does the equation of a straight line tell us? It basically tells us the relation between x and y and x. It tells us that if you know the value of x, you can calculate the value of y. Basically, it gives you a relation. It is a function, relation between x and y. If you know the value of x, you can calculate the value of y, or if you know the value of y, you can calculate the value of x. So basically, any equation in x and y, or x and y and z, gives us the relation between x, y, and z. Am I clear? Can I have some raise hand that everyone has woken up and we are in the class, in the same universe, not wandering in any multiverse where the laws of physics may be different? I think many people are wandering in one multiverses. Let me call them through this portal back to this universe. Vijay Lakshmi, Jyoti never speaks. Ashish, Vijay, Venkatesh, Triveni, Srivarsha, Siddharth, Sai Sarda, Nagaraju, Praveen, Shashank, Likita, Yashwant, second Yashwant, Karthik, Shashank, Jyotsna, where are you everyone? Shreya, Manasa, Harshvardhan, Maruti, Likita, Anil. I hope everyone is there in this universe. This is a good universe. Y is equal to mx plus c is the equation of a straight line. In some other universe, it may be different. Okay. So in any universe, you go, straight line will have an equation. In our universe, it is y is equal to mx plus c. Tells us the relation between y and x. X is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable. We all know about it because x is plotted on the x-axis, horizontal, y is on the y-axis. Okay. Now let us talk about one more simple trajectory that we already have seen. We already have seen this. And this is this gentleman. If you remember, when we started our journey for motion in one dimension, the first question that I gave you about distance and displacement was in a circle, because I wanted to tell you that 1D or 2D or 3D things remain same. So now let us imagine that a particle is moving like this from A to B, then it goes from B to C, then it goes from C to D, then it goes from D to A. As simple as that. Now I ask you, what is the trajectory of this particle? What type of path this particle in general follows? Circular motion. Yes, Karthik, this is circular motion. So the trajectory of this particle, which is moving like this, is circular or circle. Yes or no? Trajectory is circular or circle. Path of this projectile is circular or circle. First case it was straight line. Now it is circular. Yes or no? Do we understand this? Raise hands. Then we understand this, that this is very simple. Let us move forward. Okay. Now, as I said that every trajectory, every path has an equation. Now, since you are a maths guy, I guess you must be aware of the equation of a circle. Are you aware of the equation of a circle, the simplest possible equation of a circle? Simplest possible equation of a circle. Are we aware of it? Anyone can enlighten me on this? See, I'm a physics guy. I hardly know any equation. Forget about equation in maths. I hardly know any equation. Can anyone tell me? Any simplest equation of a circle? Simplest equation of a circle. No one knows equation of a circle. Okay, you might not be aware of it. The simplest equation of a circle that I can write, whose origin is 0, 0, is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Have you seen this equation anywhere? Anyone has seen this equation? X squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Okay, not a problem. Now you know it. You will do it. Don't worry. Nothing to worry. X squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. That is the simplest equation of a circle. Well, x and y are your x-axis and y-axis, definitely. What is r? What is r here? What is r here? Anyone, what is r here? R, definitely, Anjali. As you said, r is the radius of this circle. No problems, no doubts whatsoever. Now, you have heard about two trajectories, two paths. One is a straight line, the other one is a circle. Are you aware of any more of such geometrical figures? And I'm not talking about triangles and rectangles and polygons and hexagons. I'm not talking about that. Apart from straight line and circles, and this is there in your course in 11th standard as well as in 12th standard, are you aware of any more such geometrical figures? Are you aware of them? Have you ever heard the term parabola? Have you ever heard the term parabola? Or for that matter, hyperbola? Okay, you are aware of these terms. Hyperbola. Or for that matter, ellipse. Now, these are the three different terms that you would come across in your 2 years of studies in maths. Are you also aware that circle, parabola, hyperbola, and ellipse, these four gentlemen, they are actually part of one single thing. They are actually part of one single thing. Parabola, hyperbola, ellipse, circle. They might look very different, but actually they come from one single thing. Are you aware of it? They are different sections of a cone. I hope everyone knows a cone. Cone, an ice cream cone. You cut ice cream cones at different angles in different ways, and you will land up with circle, parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. And therefore, all of these together, circle, parabola, hyperbola, ellipse, these four of them together are known as circle, parabola, hyperbola, ellipse. All of these together are known as conic sections of a cone, and this is what you will learn in your maths. But right now for us, let us just touch their surface and just come back. Every of such conic section, or for that any geometrical figure, we have an equation. We have an equation that tells us the relation between x and y. If they are two-dimensional figures, if they are three-dimensional figures, it will be x, y, and z. Right now, two-dimensional figures. Ellipse has an equation, hyperbola has an equation, parabola has an equation. Are you aware of that equation? Might not be aware of it. The equation of an ellipse looks like this: x squared by a squared plus y squared by b squared equates 1. That is the equation of an ellipse. Okay. Are you aware of the equation of a parabola? The equation of a parabola can be this type: y squared is equal to 4x, or it could be of this type: x squared is equal to 4ay. Y squared is equal to 4ax, or x squared is equal to 4ay. Now, why we are talking about circles, straight lines, ellipse, and parabola? Because these are the four geometrical figures may not be so much hyperbola or rectangular hyperbola. These are the four geometrical figures which are going to come constantly. Constantly they will come. Constantly they will come in physics. Circle has already come. Straight line is already there. Ellipse. Do you know where this ellipse will come? Where this ellipse will come? Again, it will come in a path, in a trajectory. Are you aware? If I ask you what type of path moon follows around Earth, what is the trajectory of moon around Earth? This is Earth. You all know that moon is moving around Earth. Can you tell me what type of path it is following? Yes, Pranay. It is circular. And you will be very amazed to know that probably this is the only celestial body in the entire universe that has a perfect circular path. It has a perfect, nearly perfect circular path. None of the other celestial bodies ever found has a perfectly circular path. Path or trajectory of moon around Earth is perfectly circular. But we were talking about ellipse. Do you know? Sun, there is sun. What is the motion or what is the path of Earth around the sun? Or Mercury or Venus or Jupiter or Saturn or Neptune or Pluto? What type of path they follow around sun? Are you aware of it? You must have heard about it. Maybe in your 9th standard, maybe in your 10th standard. Are you aware of the path that sun, that Earth or Mercury or Venus or all these planets move around sun? Sorry, Pawan, it cannot be. It's not circular. It's definitely not circular. It is elliptical. They follow the path of an ellipse. It's fascinating how physics and maths come together. Ellipse is a part of maths, but it comes in physics because planets move around sun in the path of an ellipse. It's elliptical. So this ellipse will come to us in the chapter known as gravitation. In gravitation, we'll be seeing the path of all these bodies around sun and path of moon around Earth and all these fascinating things we'll do in the chapter called gravitation. There, circle and ellipse both will come again. Where does parabola come then? Why did I tell you the equation of a parabola? Now, before going on to the equation of a parabola, let us try to understand what is the difference between the four equations that we have seen. The first equation, when you see, it has y and x. The powers of y and x are 1. Y is having power 1, x is having power 1. We all understand this, that for a straight line, x and y, they both have power 1. Can I have some raise hand that we understand this? Simple things are going to make a much deeper impact on our lives as we go ahead. Straight line, y and x both have power 1. Let us look at the equation of a circle. What about the powers of x and y in equation of a circle? Anyone can see? It is 2. Yes, Pranay, it is 2. Let us look at the powers of x and y in the equation of an ellipse. You will say, sir, again it is 2. Again it is 2. That means they are almost same, sir. Yes, they have to be same because they are part of the same thing, but still there is a difference. Can you spot the difference? You might have played this game. Spot the difference where you see two same pictures and then there are some differences in that picture and then you have to spot and use your brain. Makes your brain work. Look at the differences. What is the difference that you see? I hope everyone can see the equation of a circle on the left hand side. Under the circle. The equation of an ellipse on the right hand side. Ahead of ellipse. Is there any difference that you see? Is there any difference that you see? I'll give you a minute to win it. A minute to become hero. Do you spot a difference between the two equations? Anyone? Equation of a circle and equation of ellipse both have power of 2 for x and y. No one? Okay. The difference lies in their coefficients. See, the difference lies in their coefficient. Here, in case of a circle, both the coefficients are 1. Coefficients. What is multiplied by x squared? The coefficients are 1. Both are same. But here, if you see in an ellipse, the coefficients are different. That makes the difference. Am I clear? The difference is in the coefficients. Powers are same, but difference is in the coefficients. Okay. Now let us see how it's different from the equation of a parabola. In equation of a parabola, you see in one equation, x is squared, power 2, but y is single, power 1. Do you see this? Raise hands will give me more confidence, more faith that you are there in the same universe where x squared is equal to 4ay happens to be the equation of a parabola and not something else. Now look at the other equation. Spot the difference. Spot the difference between the two equations of parabola. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between the two equations of the parabola? Spot the difference. Spot the difference, win the contest. What is the difference between the two equations of the parabola? One on the left hand side, the other one on the right hand side. No one can understand the difference? It's very evident. Open your eyes. Take a long breath. Open your eyes. Have a cup of coffee if you are feeling sleepy. One is for x-axis, one is for y-axis. Yes. I'm talking about the difference in coefficients, beta. I understand one is symmetrical about x-axis, the other one is symmetrical about y-axis. What are difference that you see? I'm not talking about their actual geometry. The difference is pretty damn simple. Here, y squared. Yes, Karthik, you are correct. One is like u, the other one is like c. One is inverted u, the other one is normal u, one is c, one is inverted c. There are 4 equations. Right now, I'm not concerned with that equation. That shape, I'm not concerned with. Y squared equal to 4ax. Here in the second equation, I have y to the power of 2, but x to the power of 1. That is what I was looking at. That doesn't mean that the answer that you gave me is correct, is wrong. The answer is also correct. But see, sometimes you are trying to make a point on something. Your answer may be correct, but the point that I wanted to make has missed. So let us try to compare all the 4 equations, 5 equations that I have, and they are right now on your board. For a straight line, I have both the powers as 1. Y and x are in the power of 1. For circle, I have both x and y to the power of 2 with same coefficients. Same coefficient. Equation number 3, ellipse, I have x and y both raised to the power of 2, but the coefficients are unequal, different. In a parabola, I have 1 to the power of 2 and the other one to the power of 1. Someone asked me the equation of a parabola. That is your task. Since you are a math student, you must tell me what is the equation of a parabola. Find it out. Tell me. And I will be happy if you can tell me. I'll give you a hint. It's similar to the equation of a ellipse. In most of the cases, what most of the math teachers do is they will take circle first, they will take parabola next, and hyperbola and ellipse are taken together because the equations are very similar. So I leave that to you. Why did we do all this? Straight line, circle, ellipse isn't there in gravitation, parabola. Why did we do all this? Because we are trying to find out the trajectory of this particle, which was thrown at an angle, oblique projectile. Now, pick your answer. What do you think is the trajectory of this particle? Number 1, straight line. Number 2, circle. Number 3, ellipse. Number 4, parabola. 4 options. 4 equations I given you, 4 options. Which one do you think fits the bill? Straight line, circle, ellipse, parabola. What do you think is the answer? Anyone? It's a guessing game now. We are playing Kaun Banega Crorepati. Who wants to be a millionaire? Obviously, I'm not going to give you $1,000,000 for this. The contest is a contest. I'll give you 1,000,000 wishes for this. What do you think is the path or trajectory of that blue line? Arey, goli, projectile ki trajectory. The entire discussion is on projectile. We are talking about projectile. The chapter is about projectile. And Karthik has come up with the correct answer. Yes, Karthik. The trajectory of this gentleman is a parabola or parabolic. And remember, how does the equation of a parabola look like? These are the two different variations of the same equation. Either x is having a power of 2 and y is having power 1, maximum power I'm talking, or the reverse of it, y is having power of 2 and x is having the maximum power of 1. Can I have some raised hand? That's okay. These are the basic equations. We have got a basic understanding of what is path, what is this, what is that, and now we are ready to find out the equation of trajectory of this gentleman. Right. Now let us write the heading again. The heading was equation of trajectory. The heading still remains equation of trajectory. Equation of trajectory. Now again, we must remember and understand what is my basic task. Anjali, we don't have to understand ellipse in much detail now. We'll do it in the chapter called gravitation. You just need to understand the equation, nothing else. Up till now, it's good enough. No one will tell you ellipse at this stage, beta. Right? We don't need to know it at this point in time. See, one more thing, beta. I must always tell you this, that everything that we do in physics in my class is on a need to know basis. Do you understand the meaning of the term need to know? Need to know. Just remember this term need to know basis. Are you aware of this term need to know basis? Non need to know basis. Do you understand the term need to know? Need to know simply means that we'll only know that thing that we need at this point in time. Nothing more. Because we have to concentrate. As I told you, human mind cannot multitask. We cannot multitask. It's a myth that we multitask. Right now, I'm teaching. My entire concentration is on teaching. Even if this roof falls on me, I will still be teaching. Okay? Need to know basis is very simple. We'll keep our discussion to the point that we need to know. Ellipse is right now not in our purview. It will come sometime back, or I will do it in a different class. I'll make a small video and put it there. Okay. Now let us try to understand what are we supposed to find here. We are supposed to find the equation of trajectory. So I've thrown something at an angle of theta with a velocity u, goes up, it falls like this. Now my task is to find the equation of trajectory. Now equation of trajectory, as we can see, what it means. It means is if I take any general point, let me call this general point as A, let me call this as the origin O. So if I take any general point, this general point will have some x coordinate. This general point would have some y coordinate. And what is my task here? To understand the task, you are almost half done with the task. Can anyone tell me what is the task that we are supposed to do here? Particle is following the trajectory of a parabola. We have guessed it. We are supposed to find the trajectory of this parabola. We know this. What we have to do ultimately? Ultimately, what we got to do? Anyone? What is our prime task now? To find the equation of a parabola, which means what? Yes, Pranay. Good one. We have to find the relation between, we have to find the relation between X and Y. That is the only task we are supposed to do. Find the relation between X and Y. Now, I've thrown it at an angle U. I've thrown it with a velocity U and an angle theta. Now, there must be something that is known to me which will help me in finding out the relation between X and Y. So there must be some unknowns and there must be some knowns. What are the unknowns? Unknowns are X and Y. To find the value of X and Y, to find the value of or the relation between Y and X. What are the known quantities? Anyone? What are the known quantities that we will use in finding out this X and Y relation? The known quantities are written in blue. So can you tell me what are the known quantities? Anyone? Two quantities are known to me, and that will help me in finding out the relation between X and Y. What are the known quantities? Anyone? The known quantities are U and theta. So we have to get the value of, yes, Deepak, you are correct. The known quantities are U and theta. We have to get the relation between X and Y using U and theta. We can assume that the time it takes to go from A to B is T. So I've assumed that the time it takes to go from O to A is T. But remember, this T should not be there. This T should not be there, because if you look at the equations of parabola and hyperbola here, they only tell us the relation between X and Y. They are maths ke terms, they are maths ke geometrical figure, they don't know time. Oh, I don't know time, I know X and Y. So your answer should be in X and Y, not in T. If it is in T, it is physics. Math says no, beta, these are geometrical figures. Don't miss them. Don't mix them with physics ke terms. Time is physics ka term. I don't want time. The equation must be in X and Y. You take whatever assumptions you want. Math is telling me take whatever assumptions you want, but finally your answer must be in. Finally, our answer must be in what? It must be in X. It must be in Y. It must have U. It must have theta. It must have known terms, but no unknown terms would be there. No time factor, no time. Okay. So this is the task that we have. Here we can task, a big task. How will we do it? Now you have to think. See, this is not Hogwarts. I am not Professor Snape, and you are definitely not going to become Harry Potter and Hermione's. I don't have a magic wand that I'll wave like this, and the answer will come back. Nothing of that sort is going to happen. How will we solve it? The only magic wand I have is this simple black pen. It creates magic actually. Artists create magical figures. I just can't draw a straight line. How will I do it? Is the question. Anyone? I am no Professor Snape. You are not Harry Potter and Hermione. This is not Hogwarts. How will I do it? I only know very simple things by equation of a parabola. Oh, Pranay, I don't know. We have only guessed that it is a parabola. I don't know it's a parabola. We have guessed. We have played Kaun Banega Crorepati. We guessed. Guessing does not work. How will I solve it? From the first chapter till the second chapter, we have only done everything using the same thing. And that is the hint. We'll again do the same thing. And what is that same thing? Anyone? How will I solve this? I have to get the ratio between X and Y. There should not be any T. There must be U. There must be theta. What do I have in hands to solve it? What are my ammunition? What are my hatiyar? I don't have any hatiyar, then I have to wave a magic wand, and the answer will come. Doesn't happen in real life. May happen in some multiverse, in some Alice in Wonderland multiverse. Doesn't happen here. How will I do it? No one knows. Shame. utter shame, shameful. We'll have to do it using equations of motion. This is the only thing that we have done for the past 1.5, 2 months. Equations of motion, and still we can't guess it. Not a good sign. Not good. Disappointed. Okay, we'll have to solve it using equations of motion because that is the only thing that we know. I told you chess, force, move. The only thing that we know is equation of motion. We don't know anything else. So if we have to solve something, that has to be through equation of motion. Now, for this equation of motion, along which axis are we supposed to make this equation? I hope you know this one at least. Along which axis are we supposed to make the equations of motions here? Anyone? Along which axis are we supposed to make equation of motion here? Am I audible? No one is answering. Am I audible? Along which axis should I make the equation of motion? No one knows. Am I audible? Am I visible? Can you raise hand that you see me, that you hear me? I'm having a doubt that anyone is able to hear me or not. Okay. Okay, so along which axis we are supposed to make this equation? The first equation will definitely be along x-axis. The first equation will definitely be along x-axis. We have been doing this. And we are going to make this equation from point O to point A. From point O to point A, we are going to make this equation. Now let us write what are the known terms that I have. The initial velocity along x, ux, I know how much is that. It is plus u cos theta. Do we agree on this? That I know the initial velocity, it is plus u cos theta. Can I have some raised hand that we understand this, sir? Okay, great. The acceleration along x-axis is 0. We also have this knowledge, right? Please listen to the whiteboard, to me. You can write your notes. Afterwards, I'll be sending you this. Now, how much is the time that I have taken? Time I have taken is t. I've assumed that the time is t. So now I will make the equation, and I'm only concerned in getting the value of x and y. Good, Jasmine. I hope you are enjoying the class and studying something as well. The only thing I know is to get the value of x and y. So which equation should I apply now? I know ux, I know ax, I know time. I'm supposed to get x. Which equation should I apply here? Which equation should I apply here, Ashish? Tell me, which equation should I apply? Yes, correct. I must apply equation number 2. S is equal to ut plus half at squared. Instead of x, I will write x. Instead of s or delta r, I will write x. X is equal to ux into t. Yes, Yogeshwar, plus half ax into t squared. And I know that ax is 0, therefore I cut this. Well done, beta Jasmine. Good to have you back. Good to that you are interacting. So now I have x. X is equal to what ux is u cos theta multiplied by t. Since it is in positive direction, I can write it like this, and this becomes my equation. Now the problem with this equation is it has x, very good, but it also has t. And what did I say? T should not be there. I can't have, yes beta, great. I can't have t in the equation. I can't have t in the equation. So what should I do next? Again, it's the forced move. I also should have y in the equation. Now, how do I get y in the equation? The only way I could get y in the equation is by making equation along which axis? Along y-axis. Yes, beta, correct. I'll make equation along y-axis. From where to where should I make the equation? Yes, Deepak, now everyone is responding. from O to A, O to A, O to A. Let us first write the known terms. What is the initial velocity along y-axis? It is plus u sine theta. I hope everyone is following me. I hope everyone is there in the class. How much is the acceleration? Acceleration is minus g. I hope everyone is following it. Minus g. We are in the universe where acceleration due to gravity is minus g. Great, Jasmine. How much is the time? I assume that the time is t. Now, I have uy, I have ay, and I have t, and I need to get the value of y. Which equation should I use? Which equation should I use? It's a very simple thing. I must again use the second equation. S is equal to ut plus half at square, or delta R is equal to ut plus half at square. Here the displacement along y-axis is y. Y is equal to uy into t plus half ay into t square. I just now substitute the values. Y equates plus u sine theta multiplied by t plus half minus g into t square. This is what I get, and I call this as equation number 2. Again, there is a problem here. What is the problem here? I get y all right. Good. That's a good sign that I got y. But again, I have this gentleman t coming in this equation, and I definitely don't want t. In equation number 2, I have the same problem. In equation number 1, I have the same problem. I don't want t. What do I do? The baton passes on to you. Yes, Jasmine, good one. From equation number 1, I can find out the value of t. This camera is giving me trouble. I don't know why. Let me put it here. I hope it works now. Okay. Like this. Okay. So from equation number 1, I can find out the value of t. T is u cos, I made a mistake. T is x divided by u cos theta. Do we all agree on this? From equation number 1, I've got the value of t, and what I'm going to do? Wave a magic wand, and which is putting the value of t here. In this equation, t squared, and in this equation, t. As soon as you put the value of t, you will get y as a function of x. So now I'm looking for answers. The final answer I'm looking at. And I'm waiting for someone to give me the good news that, sir, this is the final answer. Y is a function of x. Y is a function of x. That is what I'm looking at. T is known. You have to put the value of t and get me the answer. Let's see. Fastest finger first. Who gets the first answer? Who gets the first one? Who gets the first one? Waiting. No one has won the contest still. Put the value of t in equation number 2 from equation number 1, and you are there with an answer. Fastest finger first. No one wins. Jasmine wins. Y is equal to tan theta into x. That is the correct answer, Jasmine. Congratulations. You are on the hot seat now. Y is equal to x tan theta. This is the way I remember it. Minus g x squared by 2 times u squared cos squared theta. This is the way I remember it, and this is the way probably you can remember it. This is number one way of writing this equation. Am I clear? Am I clear with this equation? Everyone got this equation? Can I have some raise hand? Yes, sir. We got it, sir. Jasmine got it, definitely. What about the others? Only 11 participants have raised hand. Praveen has said that he has got the equation. Good one, Praveen. What about the others? Still in the same universe. This is a good universe. We have got the value of that parabola as well. Good universe to live in. Now I will just write it in different ways. Just Konda, good one. Now this is divided by cos square theta. So what would I do? I can take it from here. X tan theta minus g x squared by 2 times u squared sec squared theta. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? What I have done here? Anyone understands this? I have not waved a magic wand. I've just put 1 by cos square theta is sec square theta. We all agree on this, or we have a doubt? Please raise. Do we have a doubt? Okay, that is number 2 way of writing it. Now let us think of more ways. Yes, beta. That's means you can write it as y is equal to ax minus bx square, where a is tan theta and b is the rest of the thing. You can write it. Doesn't matter. If it makes you feel better, that is how it is written in your notes. I know that. You can definitely write it that way. You can definitely write it. Okay, let us look at the third way of writing it. Y is equal to x tan theta. Y is equal to x tan theta minus gx squared by 2 times. Now look at this u cos theta. U cos theta is ux, so it will be ux squared. Do we understand this? How I've written this? Third way of writing the same equation. I have substituted u cos theta as ux. Am I clear with everyone? Am I clear? I have substituted u cos theta as ux. Okay. There is one more way of writing it, and which I will leave as homework for you. How did this happen? So I've seen that now you have all have become very punctual. You are doing all this homework. So this is an homework for you. This is the fourth way of writing it. And I expect to see all 60 of you telling me how this feat was achieved. How did we get to this equation from any of the 4 equations? So you can use the first equation, you can use the second equation, third, any equation to get to the fourth one. And tell me, how did I get this? X is the x coordinate. Theta is the angle of projection. What is R here? What is R here, anyone? What is R here, anyone? Anyone tell me what is R? R, yes, Anjali, is the range, which is u squared sine 2 theta by g. So this is an homework. I hope everyone does it with sincerity. And I see a lot of solved questions, solved answers in the group. Anyone understand this? What we have done today? We have found out the equation of trajectory, and as you can see, y is having maximum power of 1, y is having maximum power of 1, and x is having maximum power of 2. Y is having maximum power 1, x is having maximum power 2. Therefore, this is the equation of a parabola. Am I clear? This is the equation of a parabola. X is having power 2, y is having power 1. This definitely has to be the equation of a parabola. Can I have some raised hand that we have understood this, sir? No problem with this, sir. How we have done this? It's pretty damn simple. We have used equation of motion. That is all that we know. We have made equation of motion on x-axis, on y-axis from O to A, from 0 to A. We have put the value of known quantities and we have found out the value of x from the first equation, or from the second equation. For x-axis, we get x is equal to u cos theta into t. From here, you get the value of t. You make the equation for y-axis and you substitute the value of t from equation number 1. And you land up with these 4 beautiful equations in this universe. 1, 2, 3, I have told you how I got it. 4th is the homework for you. I hope that you do it. Now, just to end this class, we'll end this class with a simple problem that is taken from your notes. So I will now put it on share. Now I will put it on share. I think this is the problem. Okay. Think now you can see this. This is a part of your note. This is a part of your note. This is sample problem based on trajectory. We are looking at problem number 1. Can you solve problem number 1? It's as simple as this. This is just to get you acquainted with the equation. Problem number 1 simply says that the trajectory of a projectile is y is equal to root 3x minus gx square by 2. What is the angle of projection? Problem number 1, equation of trajectory is y is equal to root 3x minus gx square by 2. What is the equation of project? What is the angle of projection? Can anyone get me this? I'll be pretty happy if you can get me this. What is the angle of projection? Looking at the equation, can anyone tell me the answer? Okay, shall I help you out? Well done, Karthik. The answer is definitely 60 degrees. Good one, Karthik, good one. How did you get it? Okay, I'll give you a chance to speak. Where are you, Karthik? Karthik, can you unmute yourself? Can you unmute yourself and tell me how you got the answer, Karthik? I think Karthik can't. Yes. Yes, Karthik, tell me how you.
Tan 60 degrees is equal to root 3.
Tan of 60 degree is equal to root 3. Why did you equate it to tan of 60 degree, Karthik? Tell me. How come tan 60 come? How did you get this tan 60? So you are basically trying to compare. Karthik, what he has done is compared. Compared what? Let us go back to our, yes, Jashwant, we are comparing. Now look at here. Now look at here. What equation is given in the question? The equation that is given in the question is, if I can write, problem number 1, the equation given is y is equal to root 3x minus gx squared by, I think, 2. This is the equation that is given. You just have to compare it with the standard equation. What is the standard equation that I have? The standard equation I have is y is equal to x tan theta. Y is equal to x tan theta minus gx squared by 2 times ux squared. This is the simplest way of writing it. I will compare the two equation. Here there is y here, x here, x here. So that means that this root 3 must be equal to tan theta. Tan theta is root 3. That implies theta becomes 60 degrees. Can you all raise hand that we have understood this, sir? This is as simple as it gets. It's as simple as it gets. This question came in your JEE exam, JEE Main 2017. It's as simple as it gets. Remember the equation, compare it. We are done. Okay. Now we have done this. I have given you one homework. One homework is to find out that equation, this equation. You have to get this equation. You have to get this equation as homework. I'm also giving you 2 more questions as homework. And those 2 questions are right on your screen right now. Problems based on trajectory. We have solved problem number 1. Problem number 2 and problem number 3. Problem number 2 and problem number 3 are there for you to solve as homework. So there are 3 simple things that I've asked you to do it. One is to get that formula. Number 2 is to solve equation problem number 2. And the third one is problem number 3. Can you do that for me? Will I be seeing some answers and solutions and homework in the Telegram group? Okay. I hope that all of you do this. And I'll be there in the class. If you have any doubts, I'll wind up the class here. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Else, it's a bye-bye from my side. Wishing you a happy day. And yes, tomorrow is your test. The syllabus of the test is motion in 1D. From the next test, you will get motion in 2D. From the after this test, this is motion in 1D. So entire chapter of motion in 1D is going to come. Wishing you all the best. Any doubts, ask me on the Telegram group. Put your homework in the Telegram group and I'll see it. Bye bye, everyone.